Sound insulation in a Japanese car leaves much to be desired. This is especially true for wheel arches. Owners of a manual transmission will have to listen to the noisy operation of the engine. This is especially evident when you start giving more gas. You can correct this defect from an official representative, a service station, or yourself. When trying to improve sound insulation with your own hands, pay attention to the currently popular materials. Squealing brakes in Toyota Auris are one of the most common driver problems. The brake linings on both axles create annoying noises. The cause may not always be liquid ingress or wear of the coating. Some pads leave the factory already defective. Such a case is covered by warranty and is quickly eliminated by an official representative. Not only the brake linings, but also the steering rack are subject to replacement under warranty. This element is one of the weak links in the steering. Owners often notice an extraneous knock in the steering rack. This does not affect the speed of the car in any way, but it is recommended to eliminate such interference as early as possible. If you do not have time to take advantage of the warranty, installing a new steering rack will cost a large sum. On Russian roads, it is very important to operate the car carefully. Breakage of the steering rack in a Toyota Auris can occur due to sharp turns, driving along curbs, bumps and holes. Extraneous sounds in the Auris also come from the suspension. But this is not its only disadvantage. Japanese manufacturers have stated that the suspension in the Toyota Auris will be stiffer than in the Toyota Corolla. This is due to the fact that the C-segment car is designed to be safer and more stable on the roads. Owners of this brand note that the stiffness of the suspension is especially noticeable at low speeds and during the first time of driving. On uneven surfaces, riding turns into unpleasant torture. The car sways a lot when driving. Many models suffer from a defective engine pump. They can easily replace it for you under warranty. However, before replacement it will bring a lot of trouble. Due to this defect, antifreeze leaks. It flows out the back of the pump at the center of the connection to the cap. Another massive defect and weak point of the Toyota Auris is roof leakage. This is due to poor upholstery. Many drivers suffer from streaks and drops falling from the ceiling. In addition, such a defect provokes an unpleasant odor throughout the entire cabin. The manufacturer is ready to eliminate this manufacturing defect by improving the upholstery. The salon cannot boast of high-quality coating. Many owners complain about cheap plastic that constantly squeaks. In addition, car enthusiasts note the fact that the interior and panel are very dirty and require frequent cleaning. The Toyota Auris body is easily scratched and gets a lot of chips due to the peculiarities of the varnish coating. The Japanese apparently decided to save money on this. Another problem is the front optics of this model. It often fogs up, which causes additional inconvenience. There are two solutions to the problem here. If the headlight seal is faulty, you must contact your dealer who will replace the headlights. If the ventilation hole is clogged, you need to clean it. Due to their shape, headlights often get dirty where the low beam comes from. A manual transmission, even on new cars, can show all its shortcomings. This happens due to an imperfect electronic unit that controls its operation. Drivers note uneven operation and constant jerks in transmission, strange logic in operation. A manual transmission can independently increase engine speed. In mechanics, the support bearings of both shafts often fail. There is a constant problem on all types of gearboxes. This is a leak of the axle shaft seals. This happens after the first 100,000 kilometers. The dealer eliminates these defects during maintenance by optimizing or replacing the electronic unit. Those who love a comfortable ride should opt for an automatic transmission. After restyling, the manufacturer himself equipped the Auris with an automatic transmission. If your choice is mechanics, check the car in advance for jerking and jerking. This will help you avoid major transmission repairs yourself. Owners of Japanese cars often experience rapid clutch wear. It can fail even with low mileage. This is another one of the main sores of the car, which leads to deterioration in dynamics and refusal to change speed. How can you tell if the clutch is actually worn out? In fifth gear, you need to sharply press the gas pedal. If the engine speed rises, but the speed has not changed, then it is worth eliminating problems with the clutch. To identify the exact cause of the malfunction, a comprehensive diagnosis is required at a service station or an authorized dealer. Replacing the clutch in a Toyota Auris most often occurs due to wear of the friction pair, driven disc, or failure of the actuator. Drivers are advised to always switch to neutral when stopping in traffic. In this case, the risk of clutch overheating or failure will be minimized. Toyota Auris may have a problem with the throttle valve. Due to improper care and timely cleaning, the car is subject to increased fuel consumption and reduced power. Engines from Japan love only high-quality fuel. If, in order to save money, you fill your Auris with cheap fuel, you may encounter that the engine will have difficulty starting or stop working altogether. There is a package that is equipped with a 1.4-liter 4ZZ FE engine. If you live in Russia, try to avoid buying a car with such an engine. A plastic exhaust manifold, which is adapted only for warm European countries, will interfere with normal starting. The above-mentioned sore spots of a Japanese car include some characteristics that may upset car owners. The main ones: lack of automatic shutdown of headlights and headlights. There is no backlight in the window lift buttons. Small glass washer reservoir and ineffective spray of washer fluid. Uncomfortable armrests. On rough roads, crickets appear in the glove compartment area. Low seating position, due to which you can touch the engine protection and sills when driving. The car does not like gasoline below 95. Many people note the poor quality of the windshield, which can burst at any moment. In winter, the interior takes a very long time to warm up. Body parts are quite expensive. The cost of a bumper, for example, reaches 15,000 rubles. Wide rear pillars may limit visibility. The trunk is not very spacious. Toyota Auris, like any other car, has its pros and cons. However, among its competitors it occupies a worthy leading position. Buying a used car of this brand deserves special attention. It is worth carefully inspecting the car, asking the owner all the subtleties and nuances. It is important to immediately find out about all previous replacement parts. Despite the external impeccable condition, it is worth checking the Auris in action, driving it and personally evaluating the car while driving. In its use, the car will continue to require increased driver attention. Don't forget about regular machine diagnostics in specialized centers. Even the slightest malfunction of the Toyota Auris requires increased attention.